Hey Leo, this is Wishko the Ferret. Thanks for hopping into the Ferret Den where we're keeping things warm, we're keeping things cozy, and today we have a reading for you for March 20th to March 26th. Okay, so two things before we get into it. One, I have a Patreon launching late March, early April, so if you like my style, if you think I'm cool, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, blah, blah, blah. That way you can keep up to date with the Patreon and also not miss any more content from me. So, second thing is that you have a new moon in Aries coming up March 21st. Also coincides with the spring equinox. I do not do astrology reports and forecasts in this YouTube channel quite yet. Still hardcore studying, may never will, I don't know, but I do intend to go deep into astrology at some point. Definitely go to your favorite astrologer on YouTube or wherever it is that you get your forecasts, if that's something that calls to you, so that you can really maximize the potential of this new moon coming up, because it is very important. I mean, new moon in Aries, literally coinciding with like the freshness, the start of spring, is pretty darn awesome. Like, there's huge manifestation like potentiality here. And I don't know, I just feel like if you're really into moon magic, if you're really witchy, if you're really into manifestation, I just think it's a really good time. So definitely look into that, Leo. So I felt called really to use the spirit animal oracle today. Like, Spirit was very adamant that I use that, and I just threw in the Moonology deck just to really connect with the energy of the moon and really honor that. So I will be pulling tarot for you as well. So as always, Leo, okay, so Spirit literally just said, take time to resonate, or I'm sorry, take time to meditate and see if this truly resonates with you. They kind of shorthanded that, but really take time to see if this reading is for you. Just drop into your heart space. I'm going to say what I always say, drop into your heart space. Let the dust physically, spiritually, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you, which messages are for others. Call in your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones, your guides, anybody in spirit that you generally work with, to help you really harness that intuition, to help guide you towards the messages that you need to hear, okay? So I'm going to say my prayer as you go into connecting with your space. Honor what works for you. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for shrouding me in a protection of love and light. Thank you, Angel Realms. Thank you, Spirit Team, for stepping forth to help me harness a connection with the highest love and the highest light, the highest source straight from truth, for whoever this is made to resonate with, whether it's someone who's Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, whoever else feels compelled to listen to this. Please help us connect with that energy for March 20th to the 26th. Let's see, what does Leo have in terms of guidance for this week?
Hush me.
Okay. Already. So, Leo, I feel like you've come out of a period of loss, or a period of feeling like, I'm not even feeling like you're kind of coming out. Some of you could be coming out of it. Some of you could be living it right now. But some of you are currently in a period of feeling incredible lack. And Spirit is here to tell you that, first of all, with the koi fish spirit, there is always enough. There is abundance overflowing from every orifice of your body, is what Spirit is kind of showing me. There, you have abundance all around you, but I see that, like, when they show me the image of somebody who is, like, they're showing me, like, you as a person, and they're showing like the Leo looking this way, but the abundance is all behind them that they don't see. It's all these lush gardens and flowers, and you're missing the whole koi pond. Like, you're missing the whole, I don't know, you're just missing a lot of stuff. I'm hearing that, like, maybe before you were taking desperate measures towards something and it caused you to be a little short-sighted, or it may have magnified problems that you knew were present or that were already there, and that really didn't, like, the more attention that you gave it, the bigger it became until it swallowed your world. And Leo, what Spirit wants you to know is that you're never alone. I feel like for some of you, this is coming out of a I tried to like access it. Spirit was like, okay. Some of you may have been blocked on social media. I just heard the word blocked immediately, and as I was trying to dive more into like understanding the energy more, Spirit just said blocked again. So I feel like you could be prying for more information, or you like maybe were blocked out of the blue and you don't really understand why. This could be with a romantic relationship. I'm feeling for some of you it was the end of a relationship. I'm feeling that for some of you it could have been a friendship. Like something about a no nonsense energy here. I don't know if it's dealing like with you or maybe the person you were dealing with. There's just something here about like feeling like you lost somebody or someone, or maybe you're reflecting on a time where you lost somebody. Like maybe you thought about like dating again or putting yourself out there, or maybe going out and making some friends, but then you're reflecting on a time where you feel awful. Like you feel awful, or that somebody excluded you from something or made you feel like crap, basically. And Spirit is saying that you were not destined to be alone and that you're never alone. Spirit is with you. Your guides are showing you the way. And I'm hearing them say prosperity lies ahead. So that's actually one of the messages of of this card right now. So like some Moonology cards came out for you, and let me get into this Groundhog Spirit first, because Groundhog Spirit also came out. You have time to let go, and Groundhog Spirit, and it's so, I don't know, it's just so interesting because I mean in America we had Groundhog Day, which was like the 2nd in February, but I mean that's just like a cute little like a link there that I see. But sorry, there's like I don't typically see things with my physical eyes, but there was like a shadow in my doorway. Oh, wow, wait a minute. The groundhog sees a shadow. Oh, okay. So that to me says that when the groundhog sees a shadow, that means that there's 6 more weeks of winter, and everyone goes, oh, because a lot of people usually love spring, right? At least that's the sentiment, like in my, like, you know, that I hear from like a lot of people around me. And I feel like it's going to be a little bit more time before you come into the connection that you're looking for, the connection that you're seeking. I'm hearing that there are external pressures, or I'm really feeling that there are external pressures here that kind of need to be alleviated before moving forward. And Spirit wants you to let go of, like, it's going to take some time to let go of this past. So a lot of this week is probably going to be spent working on your self-worth, working on your image of yourself, because you have Moonology, like in your Moonology cards, you have adjustments are required in the 3rd quarter moon. So again, you really need to take time. I just heard you need to take time for yourself, and you need to make those spiritual adjustments. There's some kind of, I heard there's like some kind of a tuning process that Spirit wants you to undergo. So on a spiritual level, you are going to be attuned for this healing, this freshness that's required in order for you to get the things that you desire. You need to be a little bit more fresh-faced. I'm feeling like right now you may be like having this little stale energy, or you're not really like I don't know, I feel like until you heal, you're just going to exude this like stale ick energy. And I'm not saying that, like, I mean, it's okay. Like Spirit's not really like, they're not really giving me a lot of details. They just said you've been better. And really coming out of this period, like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, just shower yourself with love. Give yourself those nice baths with the essential oils. Go out and do something nice for yourself. I don't know. Whatever you have, whatever you're able to do for yourself, whatever is nice, even if it's just sitting on your couch and like being around. For me, I literally get, like, I have a bookshelf, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do, Leo. I get stacks of books. I get stacks upon stacks of books. I don't even care what they are. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna read them. I put stacks. I sit on my floor on a nice little, I call them my butt pillows. They're right here. I sit on my butt pillows, and I put 4 stacks of books around me, and on top of one stack, I have a candle. And please be safe. I'm sorry, that is not safe. Please be safe. I never leave the candle unattended, and just throwing it out there. Don't just leave it on a stack of books and then just, like, you know, have your house burned down and say, oh, wishkotheferret told me to do it. No. Be safe. Do as I say, not as I do. But I'll put like, you know, tea on the other stack, like very close to me, so that I can just sip it. And then I turn off all the lights. And I just, like, I don't know, I just surround myself, like, I have up all along, like, I mean, I have plants up here now, but I usually put, like, sometimes I'll move something and I'll put up, like, a candle or something, and then I'm just, like, I like the ambiance. Sometimes, like, you know, if I have proper ventilation in my room, I'll light incense. It's just, I just get the vibe going, you know, set the mood, set the vibe. I'll turn my lights on, like my little Christmas lights that I have strung up in my bedroom. Like, that's just, I really get the vibe going. And maybe I'll have a notepad and pen laying next to me. And I don't even have the anxiety to write, because I'll literally just not write. I'll just sit there and stare. But it's just being in that atmosphere makes me feel calm. So if creating that atmosphere, even if you're not doing anything productive, even if you're not doing anything at all, and you're just being there, like, and it calms you, then definitely do that. Spirit just says that, like, I just heard somebody saying that, like, maybe something like that is going to make you miserable. Maybe just staring and doing nothing is going to make you miserable. So maybe that, maybe just doing whatever you have to do to refresh yourself. Spirit also came out with this card, You Are Good Enough, with the full moon in Virgo. So understanding your worth and really taking the time to connect with your body. Virgo is a very taking care of the body, taking care of your needs type of energy. And it is recognizing that, you know, especially when your feelings of self-worth are high, that is going to affect how you attract people, how you attract experiences. That's just going to be how you attract things in general. You will attract better things with the more value you see in yourself. Like, I'm literally in the process of forming my, like, I am a queen. I am the empress, and I expect nothing less from, like, the rest of the world. Like, I expect to receive that of which an empress would. So that's just my vibe. That's just my vibe for y'all. It could be King of Cups right here that you have in your current energies. For you, it's really just relaxing into your vibe. I just heard Spirit say relax into your vibe. King of Cups is very aware of his emotional state. He is very, even though he has all of these rough waters around him, he finds his calm. He finds his stability. He finds his serene peace, even though the rest of the world does not match. So you also have Knight of Cups here too in the current energies for this week. Really just exploring, you know, interestingly enough, Ari's kind of got this card too for, like, the way forward. But for you, I really feel like it kind of means something similar. The card's coming out that's saying, you know, in your current energies, like, maybe you're looking for something more, or you're really feeling like you're kind of like a wandering, I'm not going to say it like that, but they really feel like you're just like a wandering soul that was just outcast in something. They just, it's going to no, I'm not going to. Spirit gave me a symbol, and I know what it means, so I'm just going to translate what it means. I'm not going to say it out loud. But they really just, like, it really just feels like the current energy is just kind of, it's, see, when I see the Knight of Cups in my mind's eye, I see it on a skeleton horse. And it's like you're trying to go out looking for something when you can't even take care of your body or your steed. So really, I just feel like you are the Knight of Cups walking around with a cup, even though you are made of skin and bones. The horse is skin and bones. Like, you're not feeding your soul. You're not really getting that nourishment that you need. So that's just the current energy that I really feel right now. But I feel like you have the capability, you have the emotional maturity to really step back. Like, you have the ability to do this, and it is in your current energy. You understand what happened, kind of how it happened, but there is kind of this little bit of desperation that I'm feeling, or this loneliness, this ache that's coming through. I mean, it just feels like harm has been done. I don't really know if it's like an ache, but it's just kind of like harm has been done and it's hurt to heal from. What's challenging right now at this time, you have the Four of Swords and you also have the Queen of Swords. So definitely resting seems to be very difficult for you. Meditating, connecting with your intuition, those types of things, like maybe sleeping for some of you might be difficult for you. The Queen of Swords is maybe having trouble clearing your mind. So you're very emotionally aware, yes, but I feel like at this time your mind is kind of foggy because the Queen of Swords is usually very sharp and good with her mind. So what is the way forward here? Ooh, Leo. I really love this card for you, and I'm really excited that you got it. You have the Death card. This is literally your forward with, like, the way forward for you, what's really going to help make you shine. Like, Spirit just says, get better. Go out and, like, see the sun. Like, I really feel like seeing the sun and washing yourself in the sun is going to help you. I really do feel like death is usually like a rebirth. Closing the chapter on a cycle and coming into a new cycle. And this is a cause for celebration. With the Three of Cups, this is something that, like, exploding with joy, like, work on getting to that state. The way forward is focusing on the joys in your life and really trying to embrace. I just heard, oh, interesting. I just heard embracing your sexuality for some of you could be vital for this week too, vital for this cycle. Really working on your body image, your sense of self-worth. I really feel like you're coming into that space of doing that, Leo. But it's going to take some work. You have the Ten of Wands here. And I mean, this literally, like, it sounds promising. Spirits literally just told me it's promising. Ten of Wands, it's not, usually it's like a scary card, but if you're like an overachiever like me, it's not that scary. But the Ten of Wands here literally says that there's a lot of work to be done, but as you keep building on your sense of self-worth, it will get easier. Like, you will be self-satisfied. You will be satisfied. Oh, interesting. Some of them could say you could just satisfy yourself, like, or if you know what I mean, like winky face, but like you can also, like, if that's going to help. Spirit is also saying that you can honestly work really hard at self-reflection and like, I wouldn't say like, because Spirit's saying like you're prone right now to going into despair. Some of you could be prone to going into despair. So I feel like there's going to be work that needs to be done. And they're showing me a type of work that is going to affect like every molecule and every cell of your body. They're showing me some type of structural damage in like a house or like in a body. They're showing me structural damage in a body that's repairing itself. And again, I'm not a licensed medical professional. And I'm not saying that this is like a medical opinion, because I don't think it relates to medicine at all. That's just the image that they're showing me. But it seems like something has been damaged like in the body, but then like as you're healing your soul, your body is like repairing on a molecular level. And that's just the metaphor for, you know, doing the work will help you get into a better space because there's some type of foundation that's being repaired. So long as you're working on repairing those core needs, if you're communicating with Spirit and finding out what those core needs are, you really just need to get into a space of self-love with yourself so that you can more easily connect with your guides, more easily connect with those that you work with in Spirit. And so you can, again, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's why some of you, because like Spirit did say before we came on here that like before we fully started the reading, that to make sure like you take what resonates with you. And that usually, that message has been coming through usually for people who struggle to connect with their intuition, or people who are going through such a hard time that it's hard to, like, because those are like the hardest times I think we, like, it's really hard to connect with your intuition when you're going through a really hard time. And like when you're in distress or under duress. So, excuse me, I needed to sip some tea. But I really do feel like there's a lot of hard work ahead for you, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to get easier. I just heard, don't just say an hour. So another thing that you guys have to watch out for is scheduling time for it. You don't always have to schedule time, so long as you put like a little bit every day. Don't go overboard with it, is what I hear. It will be a lot of work, but it's a long-term type of work, Leo. It's a long-term type of work. So if you say like, I don't know, a lot of people, they're like, I don't know, I read someone in a forum who was learning languages, and they're like, I'm going to learn this language for an hour, and then I study this other language for the next hour, and then the next hour I do this other language. Like, no, that's too intense. You don't need to commit to an hour a day. You don't even commit to every day. But I mean, at least if you have some type of practice, even if you incorporate it in a weekly practice, it could be like 5 minutes a day, just in the morning before you get out of bed, just reflecting or thinking about it. Like, I would say at the beginning of the day, really trying to focus. Like, I love starting my day with focusing on gratitude. I really love that. So maybe doing things, scheduling time, Spirit says, for things that you enjoy is also going to be important for you, Leo. So, that being said, don't schedule like for a whole hour every day. Like, I don't think that's necessary, but Spirit wants you to, still be judicial with your time and make sure that, it doesn't have to be a strict schedule like that. It doesn't have to be that much time. So don't like work your little butt off at it, okay? Is what I'm saying. So before you leave, Leo, I will roll the angel dice for you to see what else we have. And I really feel like Spirit just like they don't want me to skip over this card, and I didn't skip over it, but like what's coming through, when I said it was very joyful, I do want to say once more that this is coming across with so much love and happiness and vitality and just the feeling of being overjoyed. It's really an eye-opener. This is like an eye-opener type of week for you. Like, indulging in the joys this week is going to be something very important for helping you connect, like helping you do the healing work with yourself and connecting to a higher sense of self-worth. Any more messages? We have 902. I'm pulling from Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. God is blessing you, your family, and relationships with divine love. God being source, love, whoever you connect with. It doesn't have to be God. But one more time. God is blessing you, your family, and relationships with divine love. And I think divine love is actually the most important of them all, because in the times that we connect with divine love and feel divine love, I have felt the interconnectivity of all beings. I have felt the interconnectivity of the whole world. Our not even like with knowledge, but it's just the feeling of connectedness. That feeling of connectedness is like no other. And when I feel the divine peace and the divine love, that everything is going to be okay, there's just nothing like it. So really take the time to connect, not in search of that particular feeling, but try to create that heaven on earth for yourself and really start dabbling in the joys so that you can, that's the kind of headspace you want to be in to make the link with, like, start building your relationship back up with yourself. So finding joy, prioritizing that joy this week is going to be important for you, Leo. With that, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with your energy. That was your reading. I really do appreciate your guides and your spirit team and you for being here. And thank you to them for assisting me with channeling. Again, if you like this, go ahead, like and subscribe down below so that you don't miss content, you don't miss updates on the Patreon. Maybe comment if it so resonates with you to see how this related to you in any way. And I love you, I love you, I love you. And I hope nothing but the best for you this week.